I have 3 children and 3 grandchildren. My children all are adults. One of my grandchildren is 20 years old and in college. Her name's Ayana. And I have 2 very young grandchildren. One's 4 and the other one is 2. Um, One day I was in Indianapolis helping babysit for Jack, who was just toddling around. And he had an infant brother who spent most of his time asleep, but Jack would play with his toys, and he would come in and see what I was doing, and I was working on an online class teaching art history. And I was going through paintings of famous paintings that I had to teach the class. And I was working on on this PowerPoint, and Jack comes up and says, "What's that, Papa?" I'm looking at the screen, and I said, "That's a famous painting by so-and-so." Fine. Toddles off, comes back 15 minutes later, and says, "What's that on the screen?" And I said, "It's another famous painting." I said, you know, when you draw pictures, that's what they're doing. They're drawing pictures. So you're kind of a young artist, and these are some of the older artists." And he toddled off again, came back again, and I thought, Jack, if you're interested in art history at 3 years of age, I will teach you. Put him up in my lap and went through the PowerPoint. If you go to my website and go at the toolbar at the top to this first one's articles, interviews, and travel. The next one is called The Mountain and Me. If you click on that, that is an expanded resume of myself. But if you scroll all the way down, you'll see the art history class in PowerPoint. And it starts in the caves of Lascaux and Altamira 30,000 years ago and comes up to the present. And you can pick any, but that's the PowerPoint that Jack was looking at. Children are inquisitive because they come into a world in which they don't understand, and they want to understand and understand why things are the way they are. I was cutting the grass one day up in my house in Crown Point, and had just cut part of the grass and moved to another section and went across the driveway, and I noticed on the driveway was a dead dragonfly with a wingspan of probably 4 inches. Apparently the dragonfly died of old age. I saw it, I thought, man, if Jack and Owen now are getting art history classes, they already get the sciences. Well, I'm not qualified to teach science to college kids. I think I'm qualified to teach science to toddlers. So I took it down, and they were fascinated. They know about trilobites. They know about all sorts of different prehistoric animals or prehistoric animals or vegetation. They also know about, or at least Jack understands, that the Rosetta Stone and the Rosetta mission are linked together by the name, and he understands what the Rosetta mission was doing when they took a spaceship up and landed on a comet. And it's important for all of us to teach the next generation and to help them and make it easier for them and answer questions so they continue to be excited about learning. And while that should be one of our major goals in life, to teach the next generation, one of the things that we need to do is to listen to them and their questions. I was talking to Jack and Owen about trilobites, and they're fascinated. And I explained how the name trilobite came in. They know more about trilobites than any kids that age. And then Jack says, that, we're talking about trilobites, we're talking about shark's teeth. I mean, they know about sharks and fossilized shark teeth. And Jack looks at a shark tooth, and I had a fossilized tooth, and looks at it and says, that's just like a snowman's arm. Had I not listened to that, I could have stunted his creativity and his thinking. And I said, I don't understand that. And he took me and showed me how the shark's tooth and the snowman's arm were similar. That is a kid that was thinking. And we need to help all children think. In the meantime, I hope you enjoy this article. But more importantly, I hope you go out and help, especially younger children, learn. In the meantime, you take care.